Hey everyone, welcome back to Jenna Marie's YouTube channel live right now. I wanted to actually bring in a very, very good friend of mine. She's like a sister to me, so I wanted to bring her in because we have uh, a lot to talk about in this narcissist topic right now. So I'm going to bring her in. Oh God. Okay, this is our first video.
Okay, speak, Jen.
Okay, so I wish I could edit that out, but right now it might not happen. So we see, so you can see both of us. So her and I have dealt with this individual narcissist for a very, very long time, and she's known him a little longer than me. But um, he keeps coming back and starting stuff and harassing us. And even if it's not harassing us, he will harass other people to literally say that we're harassing him. And it is, really ridiculous. And that's kind of what you got to look out for too with individuals that have narcissistic traits or behaviors like that, because they literally act like a child. 101 all the time. It's, just ridiculous. And I mean, don't you agree?
I
And
agree. Yeah, like she said, we've known him since it's been 3, 4 years now. Um he's very not a very nice person. He's a jackass. Sorry, cut that out. Um, he's not a very nice person. He's narcissistic. He wants to use you for sex or whatever, and then he'll just go and just leave you or get you pregnant or whatever, and then just leaves you. Um, Thankfully, he has not done that to me because I'm married. But he's done that to Jen. He's done that to another person. Yeah, he's done that to another person. She actually had to move away to a different state because of his BS. Um, but yeah, we've dealt with him. I've dealt with him since 2015.
yeah,
Yeah, it's been 2015 that we got into trouble with him, and he was trying to get all the blame or trouble on us or whatever, and we really didn't do anything, and go from there. And yeah, a friend of mine just messaged me about him and saying, yeah, he's starting bullshit with you guys again. I'm like, oh. And we just dealt with him last month. I saw him last month. We dealt with him last month and everything like that from there. But came back. Narcissistic came back.
yep. And so I want to bring up a little bit about narcissistic supply. So, what she was talking about, how he would use and get someone pregnant and leave them and go to the next. That's exactly what these people do. Is narcissistic people will, you know, be with someone and then literally tell you to screw off and go to the next person that they want to use them as their narcissistic supply. And they will literally fake their narcissistic injury on you. So, like, if you're having an argument, they will sit there and say, oh, you did this to me. And, none of it will be true on, on their side of the story is they really want to make it out to be believable for other people so that they are not looking bad or the monster, but they literally put you in that spectrum of you're crazy, you're the monster. And, all these narcissistic individuals, they always act like that. And so, but off topic, I'm so sorry I had to do all that. But yeah, we just literally had to deal with him about a month ago over an issue that he created for me, and I'm glad it's over and done with, but he's still trying to create a lot of, other things that he needs to kind of keep his mouth shut, I think. But see, these narcissistic individuals, they don't know how to keep their mouth shut. They are really tacked within themselves. They are like a 10-year-old because they don't have that mind capacity of an adult. So they literally will nick and pick and really make your life a living heck, and they just won't go away.
Nope. They won't. He's just like, basically, what is he? He's like, he's basically like a flea that won't go away. Basically, that's basically what he is. We've dealt with him. Even my husband's dealt with him. Um, he won't leave any. He will leave him alone for a while, and then he'll just figure out how to get back in contact with them.
Yep.
Um,
It's like this vicious cycle, like he always does. He'll like literally be mad at me and then block. Oh, wait, block me and then talk to her, and
yeah,
then vice versa. He'll be mad at her, unblock me, and then it just goes like in that vicious cycle. And then he'll sit there and say, "Oh, well, this such and such person has talked crap about you," but literally he's the one who talked crap. And so, the reason why I want to do this video, um, is I waited so long for this, and that's kind of why in the beginning we were laughing and stuff, because it's the first time that we're doing it, um, talking about the same individual that is very, very toxic and who is a narcissist. I believe he is not diagnosed yet because he will not go get medical help. He is not diagnosed yet because he doesn't want to be diagnosed, but he is a narcissist, and I know that for a fact because I've lived with him. He's literally tried getting me pregnant numerous times, and I don't think that a narcissist is going to make a video like we are right now, talking about all of the stuff that all of you need to know. If a narcissist really does make a video after, either seeing ours or, you know, just wanting to start a chaos because, oh, they saw, doesn't matter whose videos it could be, they will literally use that for revenge. But I don't think a narcissist is going to literally make a video and talk about, a narcissist, because they really can't understand what that really is for them, and they literally deny it all the way. So they're not going to say, that they're a narcissist, even though that they are. They're going to blame you for being one. Kind of like when you're in an argument, that narcissistic individual will blame you for everything. And so it's a never ending with them, and they will always pick and choose the fights that they want, and they will continue it on a daily. So, and just this individual that we know, both of us know, he doesn't stop. He's been, on her side, on my side, and then not on our side, and then we don't want nothing to do with him. So it's clear, point blank, that we want him to leave us alone. But he never gets that, into his head. And that's what a narcissist is. They're not going to get, leave me alone. They're going to get, if you say, leave me alone, they're going to get mad and upset, and they're going to start harassing you. So, or throw a big, big fit. And
in case this person does, or he throws a big fit if he doesn't get his way.
yep. And I've seen him throw big fits too. And, when he was living with me, partly staying with me, not living on the lease, but I literally told him he had, amount of time to stay here. And because of the, circumstances and my reasoning because of it, and he took advantage of it. So, and that's what they do. They will take advantage of you, and they don't care if they take advantage of you. And they literally will use other people against you. They will literally say to this person that, oh, she and her friend or my ex or whoever is harassing me. And then that friend will, contact whoever. And it will be like, are you serious? We haven't even talked to him in like a month, maybe even longer than that. And I didn't even talk to him. I was talking in front of the judge, and I was really, really scared because I didn't want to be next to him. And all of his lies were just really ridiculous at that point. But I haven't really seen him. Uh, Court don't really count, but I haven't seen him for like 2.5 months almost. And so he's going to sit there and say that I'm harassing him. Well, take that back. I have not. And then you're going to sit there and say that my friend here is harassing you. So it just doesn't make any sense. And that's kind of what narcissistic people, they don't make sense and they don't want to make sense for you. They don't shape you in a relationship. They don't shape you into anything, not even if you're friends with them. So, and so, me and her have just been going through a lot for the past almost 5 years with him. And if he doesn't get his way, he will literally come at you like a ton of rocks and like throw one at you because that's how upset he really is. But he really doesn't know that he is not upset with us. He's upset with himself. And he is disgusted with himself. He's not disgusted with us because the people that do this kind of behavior really need help, but they don't choose to get that because they want to keep this behavior going and everything.
Yeah, I don't think he wants help. He doesn't. This individual, I'm not going to say any names. This individual sure does need help, but he won't get help. I even like even what she said, that he will get mad at one of us, he'll unblock one of us, he'll talk to us and talk shit to us about each other, and it'll be vice versa. And then he won't stop. So, like, he won't stop. Like, well, for example, when he was staying here with her for almost like weeks and weeks, um he ended up staying here. He ended up doing his welcome, outburst his welcome here, or whatever. I don't know if I word that right or not. Um, but he won't even leave. He would, like, a narcissistic will never leave, will never let you leave. So I've been in through a relationship. Back in 2009, I was 19, just turning 19 years old. I was young and stupid at the time. Got into a relationship with an older man that was like 10 years old, 11 years older than I was, and he started abusing me and everything like that. I got tired of it. He will not let me leave my house. He will not let me leave my apartment to go visit friends, family, or whatever that I needed to go do. He will not let me leave. He was a narcissistic, so I basically got tired of it. Yeah, it was the only point to get out of it. I threw something at him. I ended up going to jail for an assault, but that's the only way to get out of an assault or to get out of a DV issue. Basically, they don't do that anymore. Self defense, you go to jail. Doesn't matter here in Washington.
Right. And I think that's, what happened to me is,
Yeah.
in a similar situation with her, with that other narcissistic individual, but the narcissistic individual that we both know, that happened to me. And what I brought up, the narcissistic injury, was a fake lie because I went to jail last October, um, for the second time because he sat there and made his own injuries in the bathroom and really planted and said that I did that when I was on the phone like the entire time talking with my other friend. I was on the phone and that case was investigated. They saw that he was lying, he wasn't being truthful. And see, that's kind of what, narcissistic individuals are. Like, you have to like get out of a situation, but sometimes the only way is to literally either verbal speak it. If that don't work, take action and kick them out. Like throw something, or you open up the door and you literally grab them by their sweatshirt and you say, you need to get out of my, place. Sometimes, violence doesn't really, work all that well, but at the same time, it's really not appropriate, yes. But at that time, it is appropriate because if they are in your space and they're not leaving, and, I feel like sometimes you have to defend yourself and have to defend, you know, your place. And, you know, depending on the situation, but all narcissistic individuals will lie. They'll sit there and say, oh, well, she or he or whoever, doesn't matter. They can literally don't like a guy or somebody that they think that's very insultive to them, and they will literally come at you with whatever, and they will use it against you. So it doesn't matter if you literally verbal, speak, leave me alone, or you keep your doors locked because you don't feel safe, which I do. I do not feel safe. I keep my doors locked because he has literally put his adopted cousin, like, I feel at risk because of it. And, when I went to court, he sat there and said that I was harassing and talking crap to his cousin and trying to do all of this stuff, all the way out and where he was at. I don't want to, give out the location wise, just in case he sees this live. I am respectful over a narcissist, but I do not like them. I do not accept their behavior. They need to grow up and get help. But I am being, harassed and stalked by these two individuals. And I literally feel like I need to express that. But at the same time, her and I right now, we are going through it. And there will be a gap to where you don't hear from him for a moment. And then guess what? Comes out of the blue. Like, are you serious? Are you really for real? Like, we just had peace and quiet and now you're starting crap. Like, honestly, grow up and get like your life somewhere else. And these individuals, these narcissistic individuals, like I said before, they don't shape you. They will not be in a relationship. They will be in many relationships. They will use their narcissistic supply on you. If one don't work out, they will go on to the next. And they don't shape you. They're not boyfriend material. I can't even say that word right now. Material, sorry. They are not anything. They will act the same as they were with you, with the other individual that they are going to be with or meeting at that moment in their life. So a narcissistic individual in a relationship is never going to be the same. It's going to be different, yes, but it's going to be not different, if you see what I mean. So what I mean by the same is the narcissistic individual is going to be the same as how they treated that individual in their relationship. And what's different about it, there's no really much different, because they will act the same with another individual. Like for me and her, for instance, he acts the same between me and her. And, the only way he'll act different is if he blocks her, talks to me, or blocks me and talks to her. That's the only difference. Just to get information and start, his crap and start drama. And so, like I said, these individuals, narcissistic, toxic, individuals, they never learn and they don't want to. So I just felt like the need that we needed to come on here to express that. I know this was our first video, so it's going to be probably all over the place. So when we do more videos, yeah, it will be a lot more better. We probably won't literally, press live and start laughing right off the bat, but
We'll probably start writing things down. Like, we'll probably have, like, piece of paper or whatever and read off of it and figure out what we need to talk about first
right,
before we do this. But yeah, narcissistic, you pretty much want to get rid of a narcissistic. Yeah, I have one. I'm living with one right now. Um, but I'm dealing as best as I can before it gets too bad. Um, just go from there. Like, I am part of these support groups off of Facebook. I'm part of like these anxious and depression groups. There's groups like that on Facebook. There's groups like this on YouTube. There's different other groups that you can go to, hang out with friends, do whatever. I got myself into this crafting called Diamond Arts. It's actually kind of cool. Um, Basically, just keep yourself busy and whatever, and not focus yourself on that person. Just basically just erase them. Basically, just erase them from your mind. Basically,
right,
but it's hard because the conversation keeps bringing back up, or the person keeps bringing back up, or yeah, we leave them alone, or they leave us alone for a while, and then they're right back up starting again. They're starting the BS and crap again. I'm getting tired of it. Basically, just just try to get out. Just try to get out of the relationship that you're in. And if you can't, then figure out. Be smart and figure out something. Yeah, if you need to, use defense modes. If you need to, if you don't, then don't. Um, ask one of us. Jail is not a place to go. It's
Nope.
not fun.
Not if you didn't do anything and
No.
it was all a trick and planted your way just to hurt you in the process of that. And what she said, yeah, leave if all possible. If it's very, very hard, you have a child involved, or you just can't leave because of the circumstances, there are support groups there, on Facebook or, online, and there are support groups probably wherever you are at. If you are seeking mental treatment or if you're in counseling, there are support groups out there that you can subside and occupy yourself with positive feedback and advice that you need in your life, because it is hard. Trust me, with this narcissistic individual, it was very hard for me to actually leave. But once I left, and even though he left me the last time, I now that I've had peace and quiet, I can gather my thoughts and not feel so bad. But when he pops up and starts, saying a lot of crap, like, I'm hearing that we're harassing him, or I'm hearing that we're doing this, we're doing that. That's just a game because he wants us to react. He wants us to contact him. He wants us to do, what he is suggesting or what he is saying, because that's the only way he's going to have a little bit more joy in his life. And so when a narcissistic behaves that way and treats you like crap, and physical, it can be physical or mental or emotional, etc. Once they treat you like that, they really feel like they have won and they are appreciated. It's like an A on a report card. Like they literally got that A, or they got hired onto a job because they did so well. And that's exactly what a narcissistic individual is. And they really view their life like that. So if they can harass or hurt another person, they really feel like they actually did it very, very well, and they will do it again. And they always have a plan for everything, and they always have, what they are going to do and how they're going to use that person, and how they are going to take advantage of that individual, the victim, I should say. Me and her are both victims in this spot right now because of the narcissistic individual. And now I am dealing with being the victim from the other narcissistic individual's cousin, which is a narcissistic. So try to leave. I know it's hard, but at the same time, if you not, it's going to end up worse, and it's going to take longer and longer and longer before you can ever get out of that relationship. And because I've been in many before, and but this last one I've been in for 5 years, and it's just been the worst experience of my life. And so, that's kind of why I do Facebook lives as well, but I also do YouTube lives. And I wanted to, kind of grab her and do one, because we are going through the same things with this same narcissistic individual who really has it out for someone. But in the long run, he's just very disgusted with his life, and he just has to kind of pick and put pressure and abuse the situation. Because right now, me and her are being abused, verbally, or just on the outside. It doesn't have to be a person abusing you from the inside, or living with you. They can abuse you wherever you're at. No matter where you're at, they can abuse you emotionally. And that's kind of what, we're going through. So um, I don't want to make this into a long one. So I just thought we would come on and talk about this narcissistic individual, and we'll get more into it later, and we'll write things down. So for the meantime, you got anything else to say?
Nope.
Okay, so I guess like, comment, and share. And Jenna, I call myself Jenna, and Amber will be back from her live.
Yep.
Bye, guys.